Join me as I dive into some of the biggest American history myths and see if I can debunk them all. Historical myths have been ingrained in our minds since childhood, and it's essential we recognize and challenge these misconceptions. Understanding the truth behind these myths is crucial, as it shapes our perception of ourselves, our nation, and the world around us. When we think about American history, we often think about the triumphant stories of brave pioneers, heroic founding fathers, and monumental events that shaped our nation. However, beneath these iconic tales lies a web of misconceptions, exaggerations, and downright fabrications that have been passed down through generations. These myths have become so ingrained in our culture that many of us accept them as fact, without ever stopping to question their validity. The problem is, these myths can be harmful, leading to a distorted view of our past, present, and future. They can create divisions, perpetuate stereotypes, and even influence our decisions and actions. By blindly accepting these myths, we risk misunderstanding our history, ourselves, and the world around us. Imagine if everything you thought you knew about American history was actually a myth. Would you want to know the truth? I'm betting you do, and that's what we're going to explore today. Let's start with the myth that Columbus discovered America. This myth has been deeply ingrained in our culture with Columbus Day celebrations and all. But the truth is, Columbus didn't discover America, he stumbled upon an already inhabited land. The Vikings, in fact, reached North America around 500 years before Columbus. And let's not forget the Native Americans who were already living here for thousands of years. Another myth is that the Pilgrims and Native Americans had a peaceful, harmonious relationship. The truth is, while there were moments of cooperation, the relationship was largely marked by violence, displacement, and even genocide. The Pilgrims, in many cases, stole from and exploited the Native Americans, leading to conflicts that would last for centuries. Take the myth that the American Revolution was a fight for freedom and democracy. While it's true that the Revolution was about fighting against British tyranny, the Founding Fathers were primarily motivated by their desire to protect their own economic interests rather than fighting for the freedom of all people. Many of them, in fact, owned slaves and weren't exactly champions of democracy. Now let's talk about a myth that might surprise you. Did you know that the concept of race as we understand it today is actually a myth? It was created in the 17th century to justify slavery and segregation. The idea that there are distinct biological races is not supported by science, and yet it has had a profound impact on our society. The myth of race has been used to justify some of the darkest moments in American history, from slavery to lynching, segregation, and discrimination. It's a myth that has been perpetuated through media, education, and even our legal system. But the truth is, race is a social construct, and it's time we recognize it as such. As we've seen today, many of the myths we've grown up with are exactly that, myths. By questioning these historical narratives, we can uncover the truth and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our nation. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of American history myths. If you have any thoughts or myths you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. And if you want to explore more historical topics, check out our video on the untold stories of American history. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and we'll catch you in the next video.